Our first ag tour was to a small organic dairy high in the mountains above Turrialba. Dairy production in Costa Rica usually takes place at higher altitudes because the temperatures are cooler and more comfortable for the cows. The class was divided into 2 teams and we competed in several events during the course of the tour. The tour began with a lesson in the different types of local forage that the cows eat. The first competition was to remember all of the different types of forage that we learned. At this particular farm, they milk Jerseys and Guernseys by hand. We were surprised by how small the cows were. One thing that I noticed is that they only sterilize with hot water before milking. One member of each team milked a cow by hand for 1 minute. The milk was weighed to see who was the fastest milker. We then had the opportunity to see a real expert at work.
¿Cuántos años?
Tiene como 8 años.
We then went into their cheese making facility, which was right next to the barn. They make a special kind of cheese called Turrialba queso that is unique to the area. Amy and Danielle then competed in a cheese making contest. The hardest part was knowing how much salt to add. In the evaluation, our tour guide said that Danielle's cheese was way too salty. After that, everybody got to try some of the cheese that they produce and sell. We also learned about some of the other environmentally friendly practices they use on the farm, such as a methane biodigester and worm compost. At the end of the tour, there was a test to see what we had learned. We played hot potato with the stuffed cow. Whoever was left with the cow had to answer a question about something we learned on the tour.
The class visited Costa Rica's largest tree farm, which is located about half an hour away from Turrialba. We learned that they grow different types of palm trees to sell to hotels and resorts. Sometimes the trees are exported to other countries, but right now it is more profitable to sell the trees within the country of Costa Rica. The farm also produces valuable hardwoods used to make furniture. These hardwoods take decades to mature. In the meantime, cilantro and other crops are planted underneath the trees to control the weeds and improve the soils. Huele bien.
I don't remember the name, but it's a fern we use in the U.S. for funeral work. And he was saying that they cultivate it here, and all they do is sell the leaves to the U.S., the trunk and the seeds the U.S. doesn't want to buy, so they take the leaves off and the rest they use here or discard.
We also had the opportunity to see an 80-year-old traditional style farmhouse. After the farm tour, we were invited to visit the farm owner's parrot refuge.
On our way to the beach, we stopped at a pineapple plantation in the province of Limon. They started giving us free samples of pineapple as soon as we got off the bus.
Good?
Pineapple is grown at lower altitudes because it is best suited to the hot, humid climate. In the farm's demonstration plot, we learned about all the steps of pineapple production. Much of the work is done by hand, except for the application of chemicals.
Deshidratada.
Tá.
Deshidratada.
Deshidratada.
Ta-da!
After the pineapple is harvested, it is taken to the nearby processing facility. We learned how the pineapple is washed, graded, and packed. The best quality pineapple is exported, second quality is sold in the domestic market, and the lower quality pineapple is used to make other products.
This is the pineapple that we eat at my house. This pineapple. Looks just like that.
Some of the lower quality pineapple is dehydrated. Women mainly work in the pineapple dehydration plant. They are very skilled at taking the skin off pineapples. Later, we all tried a delicious sample of dehydrated pineapple.
We visited Earth University, an agricultural university located in the tropical lowlands of Costa Rica. Earth is an undergraduate research institute that focuses on tropical ecosystems and agricultural production. After a brief introduction to campus, we went on our first tour, which was to a medicinal plant garden. Our guide had a wealth of knowledge about the plants in the garden, and he explained to us the usage of each plant. It became apparent that there are many plants in Costa Rica that are used for a variety of purposes. We got to touch, taste, and try many of the plants that were in the garden. Some plants were natural bug repellents. We liked those ones. Some plants had natural qualities that were used to dye food, but they would also dye your skin. We even got to taste the bark of the cinnamon tree.
Yeah, I can taste it.
After the medicinal garden, we went to see the banana plantation to learn about banana production in Costa Rica. Banana production takes a prominent role in the history of Costa Rica. We were able to see how the banana plant grows, learn about the problems with production, about pests, and we were even able to watch the bananas ride along the small banana train that is used to transport them to the packaging plant. We were able to see the packaging plant, but we couldn't take photos or videos. After lunch, we visited the peri-urban garden section of Earth University, where we learned about small-scale agricultural production in urban areas. This research is about growing food in small spaces using different techniques like hydroponics and using different materials like recycled bottles. In this area, they even conduct research on different containers for growing plants, as well as different substrates. Our next stop was the animal production facilities, where we learned about animal production. One student explained to us about pig growth.
Hi, my name is Marcelo, and I will explain to you what we're doing right now. So basically, it's like taking measure of the pig by the side, weight, and how do you say that? Height.
We also saw how Earth integrates their animal waste into production of biogas or methane.